I bought a faucet. I bought one of those commercial faucets off of Amazon for my shop.
Yeah.
You know, with the pre-rinse and the swing spout on them and stuff.
$149 type thing.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Some of them are.
I think this is the one that is just not in the branded box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're both going right now. We're both
drinking.
We're drinking our fresh cup. The first cup or first.
You can't even talk. You get your voice back. Can't even talk.
First taste. What did we say this was? Cinnamon and tamarind?
Yeah. And I got peppermint something.
Oh, I'm buying this stuff.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah.
Ooh.
Chad, if you're listening, this is the benefits of having an espresso. You can
get to try different things.
Bougie, fancy coffee at the
cinnamon
touch of a fingertip.
Candied tamarind. Is it tamarind or tamarind?
I don't know.
Okay. What do I know? I don't. Okay. Today's episode is not about coffee.
Peppermint pinwheel.
And you have more than one.
Ooh.
Do you have a sleeve of them?
I have half a sleeve. We shared.
Nice. Okay. All right. Today's episode. Welcome to the Make Trades Great Again podcast, guys.
That's
I
right.
don't think I said that in the last episode.
That's fun. They knew where they were at.
Yep. They knew because it says right on the...
It says right on the thing you had to click on to get here.
Yep. I guess it shouldn't be news to me. As discombobulated as ever, or more than ever, we are back after a month off. I lost my voice. It was terrible. Whatever. I'm sure it was great.
I enjoyed it.
Exactly. Nobody had to hear me. There's very few phone calls going on. Okay. Quick question for you. What's your thought, Andy? Because people have asked me this. Our friends, our listeners, our followers, whatever you want to, our friends. I call them my friends. I've been asked this in the past, and I bet you have too. You've thought about it, I know, because you participate in this kind of activity. What is your thought on, like, you got a customer who needs a faucet. The fastest way you can find that faucet, or the best way, or whatever you chose to do, you buy it online off some website like Amazon or something like that, instead of through a supplier. What are your thoughts kind of around that? Like, do you hesitate to do that? Do you prioritize buying from your supplier? Or do you just going to where you can get the product at a price you're willing to pay for it? Do you find value in buying from the supplier over some online resource that isn't local? Warranty is obviously a different story if you buy a product without anybody there to back it necessarily. Like, what are your thoughts around this? Because it gets brought up in conversation once in a while. And I bring it up because today I'm putting in a kitchen sink, swapping out a stainless steel, putting in a new stainless steel for a customer. I bought the sink on Amazon. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do?
We run into that regularly. I take it in this direction. If I've had a customer go to a showroom and pick out the stuff they want, then that showroom has done that work and they are going to get paid for it, right?
100% agree.
Done.
100% agree. And I lean on my showroom for that service, but not everybody takes advantage of it.
No. If I'm looking for, I'm going to say primarily where I run into this is like commercial faucets. I don't have anybody here. I have one restaurant supply showroom here, or not showroom, but like distributor, I guess, if you will. They sell like commercial kitchen knives and bowls, and
I hear you.
And then they sell like
my sink for the shop is a place like that.
They sell like TNS brass and Chicago faucet, right? Like
that's
commercial
good.
pre-rinse.
Most of them are like the BK stuff and the super Chinese. Like I say that not as a disparaging, but like names and faces I don't know. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I will bounce off of those guys a little bit for TNS stuff, but they don't ever stock it. They don't stock what I'm looking for generally. Like they have your standard generic wall mount, 8-inch centers, hot cold with add a spout and a pre-rinse. That stuff is nice because, you can go in there and be like, I need this, I need a 12-inch spout and I need a pre-rinse kit. And it's all modular, right? So I'll buy for that stuff from those guys when we need it. If we have something specialty, then all of that's going to go direct to, to be honest, I use Web Restaurant a lot.
Okay.
If you're out looking for commercial sinks and hardware and stuff like that for commercial kitchens, that's a a resource that I use. And part of it comes down to delivery time. I would love to be able to give all of this to my local supply house. My challenge is that usually when I'm looking for this, it's because somebody has a faucet that's broke and I need it tomorrow, or I need it on Friday.
Yeah, you can accept a 3-4 day wait, not a 2-week wait.
Right. And I don't want to pay $200 to have, 3 days, second day error, or, whatever, UPS delivery. So a lot of these online sites are going to offer it at a competitive price, maybe not same as wholesale, maybe even better.
It's astonishing how close they are.
Yeah.
Whether they're cheaper or they're pretty close. I think that most of this stuff is list pricing, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's list pricing, but if you look at like almost every website that's selling stuff like that, they're not selling it at list price. They're selling it at wholesale. And part of it is they're buying it direct from the manufacturer in many cases. And they're cutting out all of the rep agencies. They're cutting out all of that middleman support that you and I generally rely on.
Yeah.
So I don't really, I try not to do that as often. If I can get it locally, I will, because I'd say, if somebody's I'm putting food on somebody else's table at the same time, I can appreciate that. However, if it comes at the point of, hey, yeah, it's going to take 3 weeks to ship from Moen, well, I'm going to see what I can do.
Yeah.
Let's get the job done.
When you tell, if your customers are asking you to source like this, like for me, this stainless steel sink, do you just say, yeah, we'll buy it, we'll support it, or do you say, yeah, I'm going to buy it and it's going to come from Amazon? Like, does that matter to you?
No, doesn't matter how I get it. Yeah. Because at some point in time, I'm telling the customer this is how much it costs.
Yep.
And the cost is not based on where I buy it. Does that make sense? Like, I found a price, I quoted them this cost, this is what it is, I'm going to provide it. That's the logistics behind that is not critical, I guess.
I guess one of the things that I'm thinking about when I do these products that I bought online like that, not from somewhere local, which is, first of all, it's not new to me. I'm not bringing this up because it's like the first time. I'm just saying, like, I think about it, and not to get like nervous about it, but I think about like, what if I do need support, right?
Yeah.
In the case of like this kitchen sink, it's not likely. And if I do need, if the product has some damage or something down the road and it feels as if it was a quality issue or whatever, it's not the most expensive part in the world to have to go swap out or something like that, right? But it gets brought up. Look, this is also something that we've been doing for like better part of a decade, right? Like,
oh yeah,
it's pretty regular to be like, okay, I have my go-tos. I have my local Johnstone group that I buy all my boilers from. I have my local like Gooden Supply, their regional supply house here that's phenomenal, like fantastic supply house. They've got commercial faucets for your example.
They got Delta, Kohler, Moen,
right?
Your standards, and
like, and they have the support to back it up and a showroom, that kind of thing. And that's where I'll go, like my Roberts Hamilton, which is a Hajoka supplier. They have a really nice showroom. If I get customers, I push that so hard, but again, too, like people are busy, and for whatever reason, maybe they don't feel it's important, or maybe they just like, look, I don't really care with this.
I want a chrome kitchen faucet.
Yeah, okay, they're not really into that matter. It's not a big thing for them. But I do push the showroom, not because I feel like they're going to upsell them to more expensive stuff that I'm going to make a better percentage markup on or something. It's not that. In fact, I'd prefer it to be more conventional. Anything I'm familiar with is easier for me, right? But I don't want them to go with the big expensive stuff if that's not what they want. But they get exposed to it. Sometimes people don't realize that there was more to making these fixture selections in this case, and maybe their project expands a little. Maybe it's for the better of my bottom line. But either way, I like it because you get the support behind it.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We're constantly buying parts and stuff like that for repair parts, for appliances, boilers, water heaters, you name it. We're always buying that stuff online, like wherever we can get it. And it's almost always name of the game is how fast, right?
It really does come down to a lot of that. I mean, especially on the repair side. And I've experienced issues with that. I mean, one of the issues we've had, and we've talked about it, and Cleffy has reached out to me, outside of this, like, hey, how do we fix this? And and that's one of the things that, like, you'll get a product that has, let's say, a 3-year warranty.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a Taco pump,
Okay.
right? It's got 3 or I think it's 5 years out of the box now. If you go back to, let's say, Supply House, if you bought that at Supply House, they're going to cover it for a year. Anything outside of a year, get a hold of the manufacturer. It's not our problem.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting, on that. Whereas, like, if I go to Keller, or you went to Gooden and said, hey, bought this pump, 2 years ago, they're going to be like, oh, there you go. Done. We'll take care of it.
Sort of. I mean,
we've got history.
You will take care of it.
Right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right. But
they're going to be there to support you. They follow the process.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got an open line of communication with the manufacturer's rep, who is ultimately going to come back and say, yeah, toss it in the dumpster. We got it recorded. We'll get you a credit for the next one.
Yeah.
You verified that Eric bought this on, March 10th of, 24. And here it is, January 26th or January of 26, and it doesn't work, or there's something wrong with it. They're going to take care of that relatively easily, without jumping through a bunch of
different
hoops.
Story when you have to do that with the manufacturer. Yes. You brought up Cleffy. What were you talking about there?
Zone valves.
Oh,
zone valve motors.
You had some problems.
Yep. Yeah, we have. And I like to say, I wouldn't say it's problematic. I mean, I've put 400 zone valve motors in the last, 3 years or something like that. I mean, it's not ridiculous. It's an insane amount. Large amount. And we've had some issues. And I mean, I've got 2 of them sitting here on the office floor right now, and they're random, year-old, 18 months.
It's more of a, the more you put in, the higher likelihood you're going to have an issue kind of deal.
Yeah. And I like to say, when I talked to the guys at Cleffy, they reached out, shot me an email. Hey, look, how do we take care of this?
Yeah.
What do we need to do to support you? I was like, dude, that's top notch. That's awesome. Thank you.
Well, they have a good product line, no doubt. And everybody's product line is going to have issues. Like, we just did a whole episode on a company closing down because they had issues.
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, that support side of it is a big reason why I want to stay local. I want my local guys to be here because I need them here.
Yeah.
The day that we go, oh, shoot, that supply house closed because they just weren't busy enough to stay open. Boy, I don't want to talk about that.
No.
And
it's going to happen eventually. And it's happened already, right?
It has, yeah.
A lot of them have been bought up by the big dog.
I mean, you mentioned your Roberts Hamilton. It's a Hojoka. Well, I mean, Hojoka is a massive, supply house chain. I mean, they own a bunch of stuff, and not that that's a bad thing. I mean, but that's
no. Usually, there's an incentive. As long as your brand. Okay, that's a different subject, but it's interesting to me, and we're gonna close it up. But there's value in that big massiveness of like a Hojoka behind your local branch of the supply house, right?
Yep. And
then I can also easily go down the road of like, I hate these big companies that, they've ruined these little supply houses. There's also a huge incentive for you to do business with them because they can support you in a different way. But
definitely pros and cons.
There are. Yeah. Put it that way. Pros and cons. That's exactly what it is. All right. Well, I'm going to go put this sink in today, and I'm going to hope that everything is fine. And what do you do? That's what it is.
Yeah.
My local suppliers didn't have one that they liked, and the customer's like, I like this one. Can you just buy it? And I'm like, I can buy it, but I got to buy it on Amazon's all right. And they're like, yeah, I don't care.
Right. Yeah. I've come down that road a couple of times, where I'm like, I bought this thing and it's, nobody else made it, but it's cool. And, and if it goes bad, you're like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Guess I'm eating one of those, or I'm going to take care of that.
I bought a faucet. I bought one of those commercial faucets off of Amazon for my shop.
Yeah.
You know, with the pre-rinse and the swing spout on them and stuff.
$149 type thing.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Some of them are.
I think this is the one that is just not in the branded box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I guess my biggest challenge with faucets, right? And this is where I draw the line with customers. I'm like, nope, I can't support it.
No.
If the cartridge goes bad, we're just buying another one. That's just where we're at.
And this was for my own shop, and it's going to be used like once a week. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I do really, I don't know why I drug my feet for years. I'm putting that sink in, but it's so nice to have. Oh my God.
It is nice having a utility sink.
It is.
Yep.
It is. All right. Next week, we're going to talk about how the circus came to town and shut down all the companies because they bought them up. Private equity. That is a conversation we have to have sooner or later. We got a fan mail. A listener wrote in about it.
Yeah. I get a postcard probably twice a week right now.
Well, you're in prime position to actually sell, but your name's on the business. So let's rebrand. Let's rebrand you.
Yeah.
As like, Puppy Dog Plumbing or something like that. Put a
hot dog on there.
Put a cartoon character on a mascot. That's what they're
mascot.
Put a mascot on the van. Rename the business, and then you're prime for selling. Your business would be worth a lot, actually, because of the amount of money you did, let's say, in the last 3 years on the books.
Sure. Yep. We got goals.
So, future episode coming up real quick. Yep. Andy sells his business to private equity. No foreshadowing. No, we got to go.
Okay.
Gotta go. Have a good day, man. Everybody, send us a message. Let us know what you're thinking. Give us feedback and rate us in your podcast app if you can. If you're listening on Apple Podcast, give us a rating. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to the Mechanical Hub channel, shame on you. Please do so. All right, man.
There you go. See ya.